Welcome back to Satisfactory. It is time to not quite get the final push, but it's starting to feel that way. We've got a lot of quantum stuff to do though. We need to make some encoders. If I remember rightly, that requires turbo motors, that's right, and turbo motors require radio control units, and they require aluminium. We were going to do something else on the way there. We were going to set up a blender, I believe. Blender so that we can make part number 2, the Biochemical Sculptor, which requires the assembly director systems, which we have stashed over here. No, not this one. This is the one we were making the radio control units. This one, no. This one, nope, there's 6 of them in there. This one, there we go. I did not realize I still had 6 of them. Okay, well, I made more than what I needed. That's fine. And we have some of the fixite trigons as well, just to get things kick-started. What's the ratio that it needs them at? 1 to 80. Ooh. Do we have some of that stored? We do. We have 600 of them stored. In fact, let's make that 800. And maybe collect a few more before we head off. We have a lot of trigons, so let's grab a few more of those. In fact, we're probably going to want an entire stack. Like a container's worth, realistically. If we do it like that, we've got plenty of inventory space still. While I'm over here, I might grab some more sulfur as well, and we can always pop that into the nuclear, like uranium production. Just for the sake of it, really. I might come back and revisit nuclear power at some point, but it's a multi-step process. At the very least, we can just make some more fuel for it. That's fine. But getting rid of the waste is the problem, because I don't think they're going to let me just sink it somehow. I also needed metal plates, that's right, which I did put more in. So let's bring these up here, because we've got another 2 conveyor belts we want to run in order to stack up 2 more containers. I think here's probably close enough, to be fair. Actually, let's just get rid of this. I'm not feeling any radiation just now, so surface is too uneven. Okay, so we'll go to the point that it lets me, I guess. Because we needed concrete. Longer as well. Let's just bring this down as far as it'll go down here. And you, because for fuel rods we needed concrete, encased beams. And something else. I forget exactly what. Then we're going to need a bunch more, because the problem is we're then going to have nuclear waste coming out of there. We then need to reprocess that into plutonium, I think. And I think the fuel rods you can sink. But that's it. You can't sink the waste or the intermediary step. Well, whatever. I can't even... well, this is the silica line, obviously, because it hasn't been used. And then I don't think it matters which other line it goes in. We'll put sulfur in that one. I can't remember what else we needed. Quick wire, that's right. We've got some. There you go. Have fun. Alright, let's get a blender set up for our production, and we'll see what other things it takes. It requires more water, which is fine. We have water coming down here already, and we can branch that off. Blenders take up a lot of space though, don't they? Oh, we need aluminium for that. You're not actually working though. Good. So we have some that we can scavenge. Phew. Blender. Okay, you can fit in this patch here. Good, without clipping on the silica. Alright. You are going to be making this. So 1, and then 40 per minute, and then 10, only 10 per minute. Wow, okay. So even double overclocked. We're going to be so sleeping you as well. Alright, well let's put a junction in around here. And do that. So cooling systems is actually backed up right now. Okay, I did not expect that to pretty much ever happen. That's crazy. Alright, and heat sinks are now going to back up. It only just happened. Now I'm going to back all the way up. That's funny. Alright. And we need 2 containers, which we can just put on a jaunty angle. And hope that they connect. They do. Excellent. And we can just start this off. So 50, 200, and wait for the water to flow. Are you going to get started? Oh, you're not powered. I'm an idiot. Of course you're not going to get started. I haven't given you the ability to start. There we go. And then off the back here, we can just put a single container like so. You're going to make 8 per minute. Out of the 1,000 that I need. So that'll take 250 odd minutes? No, 100. It's about 2 hours. We might have this done by the end of this episode, or the end of this session. So that's pretty nice. Alright, let's put the rest of these in there, and these in there. I haven't counted out how many of these I actually need. It's 80 per. 80 times 126 iterations. Oh, well, I mean, we're making 1,000, so it's like 1,020 or something. Yeah, it's 1,000... 10,000. Yeah, 10,000. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only 3,000. So we're going to need to come back and fill that up a couple of times. So we're going to have to remember that. That's fine. Right, so the next thing to work out is aluminium, I think. Maybe from a different place. We do have more of these now. Okay, so let's go to our aluminium base, which is closer to where the other bauxite node is. Heat sinks are now going to back up, which means our aluminium production at large is going to back up. This is already getting close, so we should actually connect this up this way again to siphon off some of these into the sink. And then we don't want to do that with the casings just yet. That is also another good point, though, is we can ramp up casing production from you. If we double that, we can get... So currently going 66. If we target 80 per minute, we now use... We don't even need to do that. So we're now using 120, which I think is our entire production, right? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, that's probably fine. We just put you on standby, basically, and just the copper backs up and the sheets back up. But that's fine. I'm just going to do that for now. Because I need the casings more than I need the sheets, at least. Yeah, for now. We've got a huge backlog of those. Heat sinks we're not actually needing everything of right now either. Everything can just start to back up a little bit here. So maybe we don't need to mess around with the other form of production. Because we've just been able to double this. We could also Somas loop this if we knew where one was. Because they're currently all utilized, he says, finding a trace immediately. No, this way? This way, okay. Oh, it's probably up in the tree or something, isn't it? I bet. Somas loop in the tree, anyone? Place your bets. Well, I hope there weren't any takers. Nice. Probably need 2 though, don't I? That's only a constructor, so maybe not. So then we can just double our casing production for the time being. And still have a little bit going off to the sheets, potentially. Yeah, we can just double you. W. So if we make this 60 instead, then it's the 90. It's not even overclocked. We're still making 120. And then we can back you off to be the 30 and set you going again. Yeah, because there's 90, 30, good. And then we'll stop diverting you now, after all. And then we go, you're using 60 to make 12, we'll drop you back and have you targeted only 6. So that's 30 and 18, because we're not needing as many of them now. Which means we can turn off one of these entirely for the time being. We'll just back up on copper. We don't care about that. So we don't need to worry about our bauxite production after all. This is just a steady stream now. This is a Mark II, so that's as far as it can go anyway. Onto a Mark III. That's going to send it all the way through to the other container, which is closer to where I can pick it up more easily. So that's nice. So the next thing I do need to do on my docket is Turbofuel, because we need that for research. What was the easiest way to make Turbofuel? Fuel and compacted coal. There was this over here that we were originally going to, or there's all of these over here. We currently have rubber. We need the compacted coal, but we can bring that over from here because we have an excess, because otherwise we're just sending it to the north. So it's about southeast, so we want to go this way. And let's keep this... Ooh, hello. Another Soma sloop somewhere around here. See, I poo-pooed the object scanner quite some time ago. I should have known better. I should have known it was going to come in handy. Just enough. Oh, oh, it's back this way. Oh, it's probably underground, is it? Or is it up this tree? Have we just got multiple Soma sloops up multiple trees? I guess we find out. Can we bring you up here? No, it's not in the tree. Is anything else in the tree? Nope, just poison plants. Nope, it's somewhere around here. Oh, it must be underground, eh? Underground or underwater? Maybe underwater? No. It's like around here somewhere. That's annoying. Cave behind the waterfall. There is a uranium node there that I'm not even sure I discovered. It must be something. I'm not sure where the entrance would be. It's fairly close. Like, it's not a weak signal. We need a power line just in here somewhere. It's just slight dead zone at this point. Let's just do that. Okay, well, we'll abandon that one and keep moving. So we can descend over here. There's our coal power plants over there. It's so dark along this cliffside. Why is it so dark? There's a Mercer over here. I think I noticed that last time and must just not have even thought to grab it. And I placed that down in water. Never mind. It's shallow water.
Your waves lap at our shores. When will you land?
Oh, and there is a Soma sloop somewhere. Somewhere around here. I'm not seeing any... Nope, it's gone again. This way then. Where? I'm not getting any... No, it's gone again. Okay, it must be this way. Alright, it's this direction. There's power lines up there. Interesting. There is all manner of cave systems around here that I didn't fully explore. Alright, from you, we went... Okay, there's a Mercer for a start. So first, let's pick you up. And now you are... Okay, in here somewhere. Maybe on top. Did I not go on top? I'm sure I did. There's power lines going up there, I must have. Yeah, it's getting weaker, so it must be down. There is another... Ah, here we go. There's another cave in here. Some SAM. Oh, there was already an entrance that way. Ah, and another wall at the back. Nope, that's just a way out. Okay. We just come around in circles. Ah, but then a little bit in here? That's not going to be different, is it? No. Oh, we managed to briefly find some power lines, though. Ah, further down, probably. Must be further down. Purple power slug. Let's just bring you over there, and then you can just come down here. As far as we can take you. It's poison. There's purple power slug. Ah, there's a explodey wall. Throw and throw and throw. And there's uranium and stingers. And let's get the hell out of here. Okay. So what was the deal with my production anyway? I was producing 120. Was I using 120? I don't think I was. I'm fairly sure I'm only using 60 from over here. So we want to split off somewhere around here. Maybe at the top of this here, we actually turn this into a splitter. So we're dealing with Mark IV. So let's put a splitter on here. Really doesn't need to be Mark IV, but that's just the way that I did it, so whatever. We'll just do Mark I off from here, probably. Maybe 2. So then that will be up to 120 coming out. Currently we're producing 120, I believe, so if we fire up the other 3 to make another 120. Oh, we're only producing 60. Never mind. Ah, okay, so we're mining twice as much as we need. Right, so we've underclocked all of these. We're only producing 60 currently, and that's exactly what we're using, I suspect. Alright, so we're going to be making another 60 from these 3 here. Okay. We should just hook them up and get them started, I think. There we go. Fire it up. So then they will all come this way. So we can have 120 coming down here. We now have a splitter. So 370 is not going to be enough to make much progress, is it? Well, we can find out, I guess. So through the fire and the flames, it's through the poison and the creatures. Okay, we wanted to go right at this point. Alright, we're definitely going to run out of plates, aren't we? It's whatever. Trying to be as efficient as we can. Well, it brings us past the... Oh, and then it's too long anyway. Gets us past the poison and close to our base. So then we can hypertube back from here pretty much and collect some more of those. I don't even need that much compacted coal pretty much. I could swap it to just tier 1 for the rest of it and just to get it started. And then we can always upgrade later if we want. Let's do that. Yeah, we've got plenty of materials to tier 1. They're up behind. Oh no, they're to the left, in fact. To the left, to the left. It's not under here, is it? That would be... Oh, it is. It's under here. Oh, that's really annoying. It's so cramped. That's alright, I've just got to bring the pipes out, that's all. Okay, well we can stick a extractor down straight away. Let's get this started at least. Oh, I don't have enough motors now. Darn. Okay. So I'm going to have to go back to base for motors anyway. Oh, I can place 1 refinery. Wow. Well, we can get some plastic going. That in here. And just do... the creature's going to be in the way. Yep. Yep. He just wandered into the line, of course, just to be annoying. Right, get out. Good. I don't really care about a buffer or anything at that point, I don't think. I thought I gave you power. Did I not? Yeah, you've already got power. You're going... Oh, I put you around the wrong way. Because of course I did. Of course I did. Refinery. Around this way instead. And line you up. There. So we do... How do we want to... I'm just trying to think of how I want to do this. You do that. You could siphon off even less than normal, potentially. Well, for now we just do that. Just to get that stacking up. So that'll produce 40 permanent plastic. But the oil residue is what's going to back up. So we immediately need to do something with that. Let's just do that. Because then we're going to need to refine it further, and we don't have the motors to do that. That's fine. I mean, this will just stop. It'll grind to a halt, but we're doing something at least for the time being. We can also put down the constructor. Oh, we have exactly what we need for the constructor. That's funny. And that'll be to make the packages, right? And then we have a splitter coming off here. What are the angles that we're dealing with? It's pretty ugly, isn't it? Yeah, it's very ugly angles. You might actually want to push that across a little bit more. And put the splitter like so. Could also put some foundations down for a change. Maybe we do. You know what? Maybe we do. Can a constructor fit on a single width foundation? Yes, good. Okay, so then we should be able to bring that all the way back there, because we should be able to trust that we can just do that. Yeah. And then do that, and then do that, and then have you brought in line and put just like there. Okay, that's not where I wanted it, but you know what? I don't care. Do that and make canisters. We don't really need 60 per minute. We'll do 40 per minute, and even that's excessive, I think. But that's 20, so it's half of what we're producing. We could also not overclock that yet. I'm future thinking already. And then we've got an awesome sink down there already, don't we? So we don't really want to build another one just for the sake of it. Get rid of the MAM as well. We really don't need that. We can put a merger down here. How do we want to do this? We can't fit a merger down. Or we can just at that one point. Okay. That's so scuffed. This whole thing is scuffed though, let's be honest, so we don't really care. Things clipping does not actually impact anything, so it doesn't matter. And then usual sort of thing for sinks is to, let's actually remove this for now, because we normally put a container in, just in case we want to put anything else into the sink as well. And then normally we make this much faster, so let's actually make that Mark 5, just because I can. There we go. Once it hits that, it goes zooming. And then you can just do that. Cool, so you'll split off. We'll have a storage container here as well. It's kind of fine. There we go. So we can collect some of those. That's fine. You're going to fill up over time, but it'll take a little while. It'll take some time. Let's go get some motors.